Hello and welcome to ARIRANG News Break. Live from Seoul, I'm Han Da-eun. Leading us off this afternoon is the widening feud at the Blue House over a corruption case involving the president's Civil Affairs Secretary Woo Byung-woo. We reported last night that Special Inspector Lee Seok-soo is seeking a formal investigation into Woo for embezzlement and more. But the presidential office has fired back, accusing the inspector of misconduct and saying Lee leaked the details of the classified case to a journalist in advance.
The inspector confirmed the specifics of an ongoing case to a media outlet and said he will ask for an investigation regardless of the result of the inspection, which is exactly what happened. This is a serious violation of the law.
Kim added the inspector could be suspended or charged for committing such an illegal act, which is impossible to overlook. He also said the top office has its suspicions as to who might be behind these connections and conversations. Woo has been under strong pressure to step down over claims he abused his power and misappropriated funds, allegations that also extend to his family. He remains in his position, though, and was not included in Tuesday's partial cabinet reshuffle. North Korea remains tight-lipped on the defection to South Korea of one of its most influential diplomats. The speculation surrounding the high-profile defection has branched out to encompass different angles, and our Kwon So-ah brings us the latest from the Foreign Ministry.
There's been no official response from North Korea yet on the defection of its deputy ambassador to the UK, which has been making global headlines since South Korea's government officially confirmed the news Wednesday. But that doesn't seem to mean the case is off of Pyongyang's radar.
North Korea doesn't necessarily react to defections. It's likely that it's cautiously watching over the situation, considering the impact the case will have internally.
Kim Myung-chol, a close former associate of late North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, who is also the executive director of the Tokyo-based Center for Korean-American Peace and is regarded as North Korea's unofficial spokesperson, told British daily The Telegraph that South Korea's intelligence authorities either forced Tae Yong-ho to defect or bribed him, claiming he wouldn't have acted on his own free will. Kim said it's part of a typical tactic used by South Korea's intelligence agencies to make the North Korean regime collapse. He added South Korea's government is using women to lure North Korean diplomats from all across the world, and even suggested South Korea could have kidnapped Tae's children until he agreed to go to the South. Seoul's Unification Ministry spokesperson on Friday characterized that as a natural reaction, as the North wouldn't want to acknowledge a sense of defeat. Multiple sources close to North Korea say Tae was in charge of the ruling Workers' Party Secretariat, delivering high-level information directly to leader Kim Jong-un. A source also says he was probably responsible for work related to the Kim family's secret funds. Meanwhile, reports are emerging that an official at the North Korean embassy in Russia also recently defected, with some saying at least 7 diplomats have fled this year. Seoul's Unification Ministry said Friday that it cannot confirm any of the reports due to safety concerns and for diplomatic reasons. Kwon So-ah, ARIRANG News.
Turning now to Rio, a former Olympic table tennis champion Ryu Seung-min has become the second South Korean to join the International Olympic Committee. Ryu finished second among 23 candidates in a poll of the participating athletes at the Rio Olympics. That gives him one of the 4 coveted seats available on the IOC's Athletes Commission. There are 15 members on the Athletes Commission, and they enjoy the same rights as other IOC members, including voting on Olympic host cities. Ryu won the 2004 Olympic gold in the men's singles and contributed to a team bronze in 2008 and a team silver in 2012. Soon after the announcement, he told reporters that so far he had fought for himself, but from now on he will fight to contribute to developing Korea's sport. Staying in Rio, Korea's sportsmen and women put in some impressive performances, while Jamaica added 2 more golds from athletic events. Lee Eun-shin has a roundup of some of the major actions on day 13.
Thursday was a great day for Team Korea, which captured medals and is leading in golf. Korea's Lee Dae-hoon beat his Belgian opponent to claim bronze in men's taekwondo in the 68-kilo category. Lee overcame his earlier loss in the round of 16 in the repechage, which is kind of a second chance at a medal. And in badminton, Jeong Kyung-eun and Shin Seung-chan smashed their way to a bronze in the women's doubles, beating a duo from China 2-0. The victory never looked in doubt, with Jeong's quick defense and Shin's accurate drop shots overpowering the Chinese pair. And in women's golf, sitting on 10 under par, Korea's Park In-bi is in a commanding position after round 2, one shot ahead of Stacey Lewis of the U.S. In the meantime, Jamaica solidified its supremacy in athletics events. Usain Bolt claimed his second gold of Rio, clocking in at 19.78 seconds in the men's 200-meter. And following in his golden footsteps, Elaine Thompson added another gold in the women's 200 meters on top of her previous 100-meter victory. Both sprinters are now eagerly awaiting the 4x100-meter final on Friday evening to finish their stay in Rio with 3 golds. 이은신, ARIRANG News.
Korean households are choosing to tighten their belts as income growth remained subdued in the second quarter. Statistics Korea says the average propensity to consume came in at 70.9% in the April to June period, down 0.7 percentage points from a year ago. That means a person with $100 in disposable income would spend about $71. The figure is the lowest since related data was first compiled in 2003. Household income rose just 0.8% from a year ago, but when stripping out inflation, the income figure remained unchanged from the previous year. Korean households had an average monthly income of roughly $3,880 in the second quarter. Samsung's latest addition to its Galaxy series of smartphones, the Note 7, hit shelves in 10 countries worldwide today. The phablet, which has a price tag of roughly $890 in Korea, is similar in appearance to the Galaxy S7 Edge and boasts state-of-the-art features, including enhanced water resistance and biometric security features. Pre-orders in Korea came to roughly 400,000, which is about triple what it was for the Galaxy S7 released back in March. And that's all from me. Keep you tuned to ARIRANG for more top stories throughout the day. Thank you for watching.